Hello, Eric. Hello, the Ray. So yes, it's been a while. Hello, Siren Guy 911. So, I guess before I show anything, I should give a quick I wish I had my tripod. I lost my tripod. Ooh, what kind of 25? You know which make? So there's a antique festival that goes on in Midland, Michigan, twice a year, and we pretty much go every year, and that was today. And I've got a few things here to show. So I guess now we all can get right into it. Ooh. I like the, those are some of my, those are the ones I like more. I would like to find one of those eventually for the collection. Let's turn on the light so you can get a little better view. The first thing here is an Edison box fan. It's in pretty good shape. Oh, I did know that I did remember that it was I can't remember where it is, but that sounds interesting. But this is the fan. This is one of the sellers there. This is the one that has 2 off positions. Edison. They want $20 for it. Of course, I didn't pay 20 for it. There's the back grill with the McGraw Edison motor. I find out how weird is the back is metal and the front is plastic. But there it is. All the slats are intact. I will be doing a video on this shortly, but in the meantime, I will plug this in and give you guys a quick taste. That doesn't have the feet, unfortunately, but other than that, it's really nice. Everything else there is there. So here's low. It does vibrate though. I don't want to run that for too long, but I think if I put some rubbers, I don't know, I could probably take off the motor and put some rubber spacers on there if it was ended up being a big issue. I think that should reduce the noise. Hello, Tornado Siren. Now, hiding behind the box fan here is the gold liner. There it is. I'm eventually gonna put this thing back. I just have it out here because it was right. I never put it back. All right. Yeah, I think it looks really nice. All right, so now this thing, which you guys saw in the thumbnail, is a Red-Lite F-Series 1000 watt mercury vapor floodlight, remote ballasted, or well, it might have had a ballast, but it doesn't have it now. But it is this version that has the pole mount, so it might have had the ballast mounted later on or somewhere else on the pole, or it might have had it on the base. I'm not really sure with these. This is an older version from the 60s. It's got the Red-Lite information tag on the back. Oh gosh. It came with a bulb. Let me show you the bulb. But first, let's just take a quick look at the inside of the fixture. And here is the bulb that it came with. It's a General Electric. I don't know the year of manufacturer, but it's a nice bulb. I don't think it has it looks okay, I think. But even if it doesn't work, this thing I got for free, so, well, it basically was free, so No loss if that bulb doesn't work, but it would be nice to have a spare. All right, so there's that. Now let me pull up the next thing that I found. This is something I've already have a couple of, but you can't have too many of them. This is actually my newest one. Here it is. This is a General Electric M250 R2 and 250 sodium from 2014. Yep. So now I've got the 60s M250, the 80s, the 90s, and now this 2010s version. So there's only a couple versions I'm missing. I'm missing the 1992 version, and there might be a couple other more just smaller difference versions, but this is the 100 watt HPS ones are probably a little better, only because they're not gonna heat up so much and you're gonna have a better bulb life. This one, of course, the bulb is leaked. These are a little too small for 250 watt, I think, but it's all right. No, I do not have any A fixtures. The only power doors I have are my American Electric 325 and this Pemco. The 50, 75 watt ones, I'd really like to find a 35 watt sodium, but those are pretty hard to find. But yeah, those lower wattage ones are pretty cool. And this one has the pink glass with no manufacturer markings on it. I don't know if you can tell, but the glass has a pink tint to it. I'm gonna open this up. It's not in too bad of shape. Of course, it's used. It's relatively clean. All right. Really, the only problem with it is it needs a new bulb. Here we go. Here's the insides. The ballast is right here, and it's huge. I don't know when they moved their ballast production, so I don't know if this is a USA-made ballast or not. But there it is. There's the igniter. This ballast is a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be for 250. There's the terminal block and the capacitor, and then the bulb. It's a Philips Alto. It is definitely burned out. The induction M400s are kind of a weird thing. I've never seen anything like that in person. I don't think I've ever seen an induction street light. I've seen some induction lights in a butcher's area, but other than that, I haven't really seen induction lights. Nice thing is this M250 isn't as tight as my other one from the 90s. Yeah, and yes, the bulb, I'm almost certain, is burned out. Well, at least that gives you the chance to put whatever wattage and type of lamp you want. I think metal halide would be really cool, but who knows what you're doing. Now the next and last three things that I've got here are all the same thing, except for I got a box of mercury vapor bulbs, which I do not have with me right now. They're all 175 watt. I've got like 8 or 9 of them. All right, here's this. This is a Line Materials mini head. These were commonly used on their Spherolite Juniors. It's got insulators on the side. I did see the ones with the fan. I wonder how well those would work, because it's just kind of recirculating the same air. Hello, Spanish fried eggs. Here's the inside of this. See, this thing's in kind of rough shape, and it doesn't have a shade on it because this shade I took off to use on my General Electric Form 46. So let's take a quick look at that. If you guys remember, my Form 46 had this shade for the longest time because this is what I had, and now it's got this shade. It's a lime material shade, but it works, and now it actually looks realistic. Still have the stickers on it. I haven't taken those off yet. It says lime material on the sticker on the inside. So it's not quite the right thing for this, but compared to this, it's pretty nice. All right, the next fixture that I actually got from the same person that was selling that one. This is a another lime materials one. This is from like the 60s or maybe late 50s. I'm not really sure. It's got the if I turn around here, it's got the insulators on the side, and they're green and they're bigger. And if I flip it on its back, I guess there's the bottom. So it's got a few rust spots, not as many as that one, but you know, these are just kind of all like that. This has got a medium base as well. This is a multiple fixture. I need to put this somewhere. And this last fixture here is another lime materials. It's a little bit older. It's got a different head style. It's a smaller head. And it's a little bit better condition. Here's the inside. Has a different porcelain socket. These radio waves I really like. How much? Siren Guy. I have no idea what you are referring to. Yeah, these things are pretty cool. I don't know where this one came from, but supposedly that shade and the other one came from somewhere in Michigan. This is really in pretty good shape, considering. These radio, they're just something about them that are so nice, I guess. It's the simplicity of the fixture. I really like looking at, seeing the bulb sticking out at the bottom. So my next issue here is this socket needs to be replaced because it's kind of falling apart. Just gotta be careful because that could be live. But it's got screw. It's different in the way that it attaches. Do I have any that are destroyed? Possibly still works, but dangerously. No, all of my fixtures are in relatively good shape. Maybe not cosmetically, but physically, they're all pretty good. I mean, I've got one with the photocell receptacle that's broken, but it's fine. You just kind of put a shorting cap on it and it's fine. Yeah, that's a little pricey. That's more than what I paid for these guys altogether. I don't know, radio waves are some of my favorite fixtures, though. I just like them because they are really nice. They're early electric stuff. This one's probably from the 1930s. The shade's probably a little bit later, maybe from the 50s or maybe late 40s. Really nice. Yeah, they wanted 50 bucks for this. And the other one, this one was another 50. And these are Spanwire radio waves, which are a little bit more uncommon. This was also a Spanwire radio wave, but of course I took it apart. And if I get a mini gumball optic, I'm definitely going to put it on this head because it's really cool, especially with those black insulators. I've never seen a streetlight with a black insulator like that. And then this one, I'd like to eventually either make or find an arm for it, but more likely make. Maybe something small arm, like a 2-foot arm. This wide light is absolutely huge. You can see where it looks like compared to the OV50. This thing is really huge, and I don't know what to do with it. I don't know which radio waves you're talking about. That's something I really like, radio waves. If I get the opportunity to get more, I will. Actually, I did have opportunity to get one more, but it was identical to this one. And I can't really do anything with this one, so I'm going to leave. I just left that one. I prefer this style with the porcelain head from the 30s or 20s. And the spikes. And it's really cool the way that these work, because now that I have the correct shade, not this one actually, which has the correct functionality, all I have to do is loosen these 4 screws, or these wing nuts here. They're not even really wing nuts. They're just like, see what they look like. All I have to do is loosen those, and this shade pops off really easily, which is pretty cool. You kind of see there's 4 tabs that hold it on. The bulb is a GE 300 watt incandescent. I wonder what, I have to see what it looks like. It's on Marketplace. Yeah, the big ones are nice. I like them, especially in these. At least this size is pretty good for this fixture. I could put a bit of a smaller bulb or a bigger bulb. I've got a big 400 watt bulb that I can fit in this. They did make radio waves in lower wattages, like 105 and 95, but those are pretty dim. And these 300 watt ones in the 400 watt gives off a lot of light. I don't know what the equivalent is, probably close to a 100 watt sodium bulb, but I hadn't looked at the lumen ratings for these. keep in mind those street lighting bulbs are made for have a longer lifespan. It's 500 watt mercury vapor bulbs. I wonder what I'm gonna do with this. This is gonna be something I don't know what to do with. I might try making a stand for it, like a short stand, and maybe put a lower wattage bulb in it. That would be pretty neat to have an install like that. So these are all of the fixtures. They're all pretty nice. Not a ton of stuff, or really anything too big except for that wide light. I was really not expecting to find this. I was expecting a different wide light product that's a lot smaller. It's like 175 watt, but ow, that just slammed on my feet. This is very big. That makes sense. I haven't looked at all into marine lighting, so that's not a really bad price for a big bulb. That's kind of a weird wattage too, so I would imagine something like that would be easily one of the more expensive bulbs out there. Let's see if I can turn this radio wave on without it shorting out. Oh yeah, I can. Turn off my regular light. This is really, really intensely bright. Look at the pattern that it makes on the wall. Where are those even listed? I don't know. I don't have a use for those. But that is a pretty cool find. Yeah, right now with my collection, I'm trying to get more things I can use or stuff that's free, because I'm starting to run out of space. I mean, I've got room to put this stuff, but after I find a spot for all this stuff, I'm gonna be pretty tight. So I'm trying to get stuff that I can use, like those mercury vapor bulbs. I got a box of mercury vapor bulbs, and those will be spares for my street lights. They're all 175 watt, but really, really cheap though. And this is the last thing I didn't show you. This is something I made earlier. Nothing too crazy. Just a little piece of wood here, engraved Pemco. And if you haven't seen it, I've got this guy right here, this left turn signal sitting. And speaking of traffic lights, there was a traffic light that I was trying to get. Someone got to it before me. It was just the body of a master signal. It didn't have the top or the bottom or any of the lenses or stuff like that. It was just the four sides with the doors and stuff. But it was pretty cheap, a pretty big drive, and it sold pretty much immediately after being listed. So that's a little unfortunate, but also that would have been a pain to find the top and bottom for. I wonder if the top and bottom from this would have fit. I don't know if that was still warm, but it's cooled down already. This is my spike ball. Yeah, if you can't tell, but the porcelain in this has actually like red and blue specks. It's really neat. Now, I can, let me see if I can, I'll set this here beside, so the comparison, this is the old shade. Alright, it's alright, I'm probably gonna end the stream pretty soon here, because I'm very tired. It's been quite the day, but yeah, I'm pretty excited to have this shade for this fixture, because it's easily my one of my favorite fixtures. It's just such a wonderful design, and it's very, very old. Oh, screw in. That's interesting. So eventually I have to put out a video here, and you remember I did a video comparing the 3 generations of M250. Now I'm gonna have to make a video comparing this thing to the other ones, because it's a lot different. Alright guys, so as I said, I'm kind of tired. I'm kind of tired, and it's getting late. So yeah, I think basically my intent here with the stream is just to kind of shove some stuff here. If you guys are interested, I might do another one, perhaps a mapping stream. I did a little bit of mapping since, but I've kind of recently I've not been doing much, so perhaps I'll do that. But with that said, thanks everyone for stopping by, and yeah, bye for now.